Hey everybody, this is Kyle, and in this video I'm going to do a little Q&A session, take a look at some comments from the month of November, and just take a little time and be me in one of these videos. I know last time I did one in October, there are a couple fandoms that it seems if you say something very nice or complimentary, they will still attack you and shred you and ignore everything you're trying to say. So, there was a lot of negative comments, and I get that. So with the exception of one, I'm just kind of, going to ignore whatever negative stuff. So if you've caught that I've made some mention of not doing solo reactions anymore, if you want me to, talk a little bit about that sometime, since you're mentioning Q&A, just let me know in the comments. So let's move into the Q&A section. Let me just see if anybody asked me anything. Yeah, I'm still looking. So yeah, that's my way of saying, hey, if there are things about my life, what I do, I teach, I play music, I do this stuff. Anything that you're curious about, just let me know in the comments. I know in the past people have mentioned they would be interested in seeing what is on my shelves, because I essentially got three things. I got some music stuff with some random book things, but these top shelves, I got like merch and stuff. And then the one behind my head, I don't think I've ever pointed behind my head on a video. That's kind of a fun gesture. I don't know that exists. Anyway, so that one has some nerdy manga stuff, some fanboy kind of stuff, and then this one is all graphic novels and comics and things. If you want some more details, let me know, and I can do that. So I grouped comments that I got this month into three categories. The first category is going to be, what is a cover song? The second category is about soul and music, because, and then the last one is just some general kind of cool stuff. So the reaction panel that I do with Matthew, Eve, and Jennifer, we had Nightwish doing a Pink Floyd song. And people were saying in the comments, it's not a cover, it's a tribute. I'm like, what's the difference? I mean, tribute bands are cover bands. Nightwish isn't a tribute band. And, I need a like head scratching emoji because I really didn't get it. So I had a couple, comments that came up, and maybe some people were criticizing the cover of the song. Others were very adamant, like, this is a tribute. I don't know. So I'm just putting this on the screen. Here's what a cover song is. If you think, do you see what I'm talking about? I don't know. Fandoms are so interesting because, whenever they like something, they will defend it regardless. So I don't know if this is one of those situations. I don't know if there's truly a difference between a tribute and a cover. To me, it's the same thing. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments. Okay, I'm going to handle the soul topic very quickly. In one of the panels, someone on the panel made a comment about the singer. It's like, where is the soul? Now, the backstory for that is we were really roasted by the fandom of the singer, because the first time we heard this person sing, we did not cry. And the first time I saw this person perform, I was very interested. I was very curious. It was all out of respect. For me, that's how I show respect and interest, because it gets my imagination going. Well, apparently the fandom just really didn't like it. So the next time we reacted to something, like I said, somebody mentioned where the soul is. Whenever I put my edit out, because we always share the clips of those streams, because we do them live stream style with our panel. When I shared my clip of that, I tried to explain up front. From an American point of view, we tend to value singers from this American South gospel tradition. To us, high-level singers That's what we're talking about with soul. And that seems to be a somewhat unique American perspective on how we value singers. That's what I was trying to explain. Well, oh my gosh, I got comments like, how dare you say this person doesn't have a soul? Why do you think Americans can only have souls? I'm like, that's not... Yeah, it just wasn't fun. So, speaking of not fun, let's go to something that's different. A series I've been doing on my channel is City Music Stories. Here I take a city and 2 artists, and right now I'm focusing on how those artists got their big break. Like their first single, their first album, their first recorded work. What was the story behind that? How did that get going? And one of my YouTube friends, Ficho, he suggested, hey, do my city, Zagreb. And he gave me a couple artists, and that was a lot of fun. And what's interesting for me, besides just getting to interact with people and learning, is like, hey, here's this person connected with on YouTube. I get to find out like about where they're from. I get to learn something, and it's awesome, to hear bands I'd never otherwise hear or run across, And Ficho left me a really nice comment, as well as Drum Addict. And Drum Addict is another person connected with. And that's, to me, a fun thing, as opposed to what I was talking about with the soul comment deal. I like the idea that, hey, we're building something. I'm not trying to accidentally divide people. That's not the idea. I love the idea of learning about where people are from, learning about the music, learning about all that stuff, because it lets me grow. And I know that might be kind of selfish, but I figure if I can find a reason to grow from it, maybe you can too, and part of that is my teacher personality too. So even though I'm not sure if I'm going to continue this idea, since I'm not really doing solo reactions, for a few months, maybe 5 months or so, I forget how many, people that I actually got to meet in house concerts and got to open for, I was sharing some sort of performance, talking a little bit about, meeting them, and then presenting their work reaction style. And Sarah Potenza was somebody that was on The Voice, and she was really, really cool. Her, and I'm pretty sure it was her husband or partner, I'm not sure what he is to her, but it was just them performing. She sang, he played guitar, and it was really cool. And I shared one of her performances. One of my connections here on YouTube, Lil Bab, he's always commenting and stuff. And check out his music. He has some really dope stuff. Going back to the performer that I shared in this video, it was just kind of fun. Like I said, like with the city videos, getting to share some different stuff. And for me, I feel so lucky that I have a friend that hosts house concerts. There's more about that and how that person actually kind of pushed me into performing and things like that, doing what I do now, which I don't know that I would have done that in the capacity that I do. But it was really neat to see what people thought of Sarah Potenza. And some more shout outs. I See Monkeys and Shake Your Guitar Tutorials. Those guys are so cool. We communicate a little bit here and there, more so with Shake than I See Monkeys. But these guys are cool, very creative, very skillful musicians, and their creativity is just awesome. Make sure you check them out too. And this last one, I shared an artist that did a lot on social media. Things really took off for this artist, and then they started to feel a lot of pressures and things. Fantastic musician, fantastic creator, and they worked it really well and realized like, hey, I think I might need a break. And that was a very interesting message to encounter with somebody, because, when you do some reactions and other things, people will suggest, hey, check out this person, check out this person. And a lot of times, unless you knew them previously, you don't know, so you go in kind of blind. And this was a person, when I learned a little bit of their story, I was just kind of blown away, And so Alchada, hopefully I'm saying that right, left a really cool comment about that. Thanks for hanging out in this video. If you got some questions about guitars, some of this stuff, see, oh, that gesture again, that's useful. That's twice in 15 minutes I've done that. I'm going to see if I can do that in regular life, just kind of you try it too. Maybe we've discovered something here, a brand new gesture. Yeah, that's really dope. Okay, but anyway, if you got ideas for question and answer, different things, about music I do, things about teaching, or whatever, let me know in the comments. And also, as you comment on videos, you might just see yourself in one of these videos. I'll see you next time.
I want to take a moment and thank my patrons because their contributions each month really make these videos possible. Yeah, you might see ads on here, but the ads don't do as well as Patreon does. If you like supporting indie creators like me, please consider it. It's as little as $1 per month, and you can pay $3 and $5 for some extra perks and things. I've been sharing weekly videos of live music performances, and that is a lot of fun because live music is happening again outside the city where I live. I'm getting lots and lots of video, and it's going on Patreon.